like a buyer consultation panel just to kind of go over like what does a buyer consult look like, and we thought that would be kind of helpful to go over what that looks like with us, in case you are wondering, oh, like that's someone who I might want to work with or refer someone I know to, what it kind of looks like to work with us. And it's really laid back and easy. First and
basically,
foremost,
if you've never met us or you like wanted to book a consult, like, what does that look like, you know?
Yeah, so most of our clients are like referrals or come from social media, so YouTube, Instagram. And so our process might look a little different because we like to slow it down initially to get to know you so that we can go fast during the actual meat and potatoes of the process, which is like house hunting, putting in an offer, getting you accepted, all that stuff. But we do slow it down. We like to do a proper consultation with you, and we like to either take you to coffee or do a virtual coffee chat. We do have you fill out a client questionnaire, which
is easy to find. All of this information that we're talking about, we'll put the link, but you can go to both of our bios, our Aspire bio, and it's like a click and you can fill it out. Super easy, anytime.
Yeah, so we do have a bunch of links for you because we want to make it easy. Like, how do you work with us? You can book a consultation. You can fill out our questionnaire. You can plug into all of our free guides that we have. There's a lot of really good, valuable resources we have for you. But if you're ready to take that next step when you do a consultation, we do book it virtual or in person. We have a lot of people relocate to Atlanta, so we have to do our first meeting virtually, and then we actually have in our client questionnaire, like, what's your favorite coffee order? And then we'll bring you coffee when we do meet you in person.
Gift giving's like a little bit of our love language, if you will.
Just a little. I would say maybe like
maybe a lot.
Yeah, I think people DM me all the time and they're like, your love language is definitely gift giving. And I'm like, no, you know me so well, because I have to put a basket together for someone for everything.
It's just, I don't know, it's just something about it we love so much, and I don't know.
Yeah, meeting you for the first time to do showings, you're getting a basket of goodies. Don't even get us started on the closing gift basket. But anyways, we really want to get to know you, and that's why we slow it down a little bit, because of course you're like, here's what I want in a house, but I'm like, okay, but for me to really serve you, I need to know about you and what you like to do and your family. How long are you going to be in that house?
It's not just a transaction situation. This is like your life, you know?
Right. And you don't even realize it, but like when I'm asking you all these questions, it's like going to help you find the right house. Versus you just say, I want 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, half an acre yard, you know, like that's great that you have that figured out, but I need to know a little more. So that's what the buyer consult is for. We have these cute towels because one of the girls I'm meeting, she's like a big Pilates girl, and we had these made recently for our client event, Puppies and Yoga, so I was just gonna throw her.
That was one of the funnest events. That's so cute though that she does yoga and Pilates and all that, so you can give her one of those. Love it.
I know. That
worked out perfectly.
We have so many Pilates girlies. We can give those too. So we do have, this is actually not all of it, but this is going to be just a pamphlet on the buying process, like services that we offer. And there's a bunch of services in there. Again, all of this is in our links that you can find. We have a little about us, mainly so that you can see reviews, you know, see that we've worked with people before, how we operate, and then just like literally an about us
and our process, you know, because everyone runs their real estate business differently, so this just kind of allows you to see the way that we do things, and you know, hopefully we connect.
And a little bit of our marketing. Have to put a little aesthetics on it. We do give you a buyer's guide, and this is just catered for buyers. Sellers is different marketing. Going to be a different process as well, which we can go over that sometime too. We're probably going to give you one of our GG magazines, because everyone needs to put that on the coffee table or just have that in their life, because they're so beautiful and aesthetic. I have mine in my bathroom.
The GG magazine is basically our England Volker's company magazine that they release. And they're so beautiful. They're aesthetic. A lot of times they have like famous people on the cover. I have one in the back of the trunk, but I'm not gonna climb back there right now. That would be a whole another workout. You can see it on our Instagram. And then we kind of put all this together for you in a folder and give this to you for your leisure reading. Also, if you want to use this buyer guide and put it on your coffee table, those are pretty too.
But want to set you up for success. Exactly. So after the consultation, it's probably about an hour. We've had coffee or we've chatted with you. Then we'll get started on getting you set up with a lender recommendation. If you haven't already talked to lenders, we want you to make sure you get pre-approved. It gives you confidence in the buying process. It's not the most fun process because it's almost like doing your taxes.
Right.
Which
we understand that can feel sort of daunting.
Which I need to do my taxes still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that before the baby too. I'm like,
it's
I need to. But it's once you've gathered all that info, which if you're looking to buy this year, you've just done all your tax stuff. So
you're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's easy.
W-2s, 1099s, all your tax stubs, all of that. Once you have your pre-approval, we're pretty much ready to hit the green light and go as fast as you want to go or as slow as you want to go.
Yeah.
If your lease ends in May, which some of our clients right now it does, we need to be green.
Looking.
Go.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to be house hunting. If your lease isn't in until September, we can have you on an active search and be sending you homes and looking for you while we're, in the market, or something in our brokerage pops up that might be a good fit. But you're not necessarily like, I've got to buy a house tomorrow.
Scrambling, right.
Yeah, so which is what we prefer. We would love for you to meet with us 6 months to a year in advance of wanting to buy a house, so we can set you up for true success in a manageable process. But I will say, I've done it in 30 days. I've done it in less than 30 days.
Yeah, it does happen. We work off of what you need, basically. So
yeah, so that's why we want to say we go as fast as you want to go or as slow as you want to go. This is your home buying journey.
Yep.
Yeah. We're there to look for the signs of, is this a good house? Is this a good investment? We're doing the back end of the financials, if there's an HOA on the comps of the area, help you strategize putting together an offer, all of that fun stuff.
We try to make that part as easy as possible, so like she said, you can kind of have fun finding the things that you want while we do all the back end.
Our goal is for you to have fun and not stress about anything, and we'll do everything else.
Yep.
Because most of real estate isn't actually that fun.
No.
But we want to take
That's
that
like
part
the
on
1% of the fun part that everyone that we're like, okay, we video on Instagram, we had a showing. That's not
that
all
is
of
the
it.
fun part. You're right. And that's what we're showing, so that's what's funny.
Yep.
But we also want to keep you accountable on your goals. So, your budget, what you said you needed in a house, your timeline.
Keep you on track.
A lot of times you can walk into a house and it will throw you off everything that we had talked about previously. So we just want to bring you back. And that's why you hired to work with us. Yeah. We want to make this a long-term investment for you that is good for you. Yeah. So that's pretty much an overview, high level. Of course, there's other things we would get into.
Yeah, there's other details involved, but just if you have just now you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to buy a house, but you're scared to reach out, or you're just a little nervous on what that looks like.
It's not scary.
It's really not scary. We pride ourselves on breaking it down to making it as simple as possible and to make it as easy as possible so that you can, enjoy the process moving forward.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Really into it. I mean, besides going under contract and then closing.
Yeah.
The fun part, owning your house.
Popping bottles, handing you keys and some champagne.
Right.
Yeah. There are some maybe just challenges going on in the market in general.
Yeah.
And one of those that we keep hearing about is interest rates. The good news on interest rates is they're actually on a downward trend right now. So they're under 7%, which is amazing. They're almost on a 4-week low, so that means they've just been trending downward. So that's really great, positive. As that happens, you see the market pick up, so it's
we are in spring market, which traditionally picks up a little.
I know things like the sun's shining and things are blooming, so it's just easier to want to feel excited. But statistically, homes do sell for more in the spring and summer because that's when most buyers are active. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But it's all about buying when you're ready, when it works for your timeline. So
exactly.
There's no right time to buy. There's no perfect time to buy.
No.
If there was, then we would all be millionaires because we would all
just
know
be
exactly.
buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But as far as being, a first-time home buyer, especially, rates with home prices and everything else in the world that's so expensive, affordability can be an issue, and we totally understand that. So we definitely have ways to help navigate that for you, to get you the max amount of savings and also get your mortgage payment to where it feels comfortable. There's so many options out there,
so many options,
and I know that you don't know that if you don't know,
or you're watching a video. This is what's happening now. You might watch a video and then you're basing everything off of this one video. This person told you that a house was unaffordable.
Right.
That's why we want you guys to reach out to us, literally send us a DM, a question, an email anytime, because a lot of times you guys end up doing that, and then we open up this whole other avenue that you didn't even know, like she said, to help you kind of navigate maybe getting to a payment that works for you, or you actually can buy a house when you thought you couldn't. So
which 9 times out of 10 when I say we can work on getting your mortgage like that feels affordable to you, people are like, what does that mean though? Because it's just, it's not black and white that you have a price and then you have an interest rate. It's just not. There's other ways you can buy down a rate, which as soon as I say that, that also is like, what does that mean? There's a way we can leverage seller incentives, closing costs. You know, when you're going to buy a house, you're not necessarily just looking to get off the sales price. That's not actually the best way to save you money. So we want to fill you with knowledge and tips on how to actually save you money. And that's what we're going to go over in the buyer consult too. So before we ramble on anymore about the buying process, because I could forever, let us know, you know, if you are thinking about buying a house this year, or if you know someone who would benefit from a buyer consult. It is a free virtual chat or in person. We want to treat you to coffee. So yeah, let us know. And if it's before 2 weeks, then I'll get to be there. But you know what? I like laughing because I'm like, if someone books a buyer consult with me and I'm in the hospital, we're doing it. Like,
she's like, I'm gonna be giving birth and then virtual coffee consult. Hi.
This is me. And then like, actually maybe it'll be after the baby's born and you get to meet the baby.
You see what I'm saying? Crazy.
This is what she has to deal with. No, but we're really excited for the 2025 like Aspire brand, and obviously our baby's coming. Yeah. I'm just like,
it's very exciting.
We're gonna have to cut this off. I'm gonna actually get emotional, but
I know you were literally about to make me cry a second ago. That's why I was like, Alicia,
I don't ever cry or get emotional. That's why she's like, what's happening? Yeah.
That's pretty much it for just kind of walking through the buyer consult steps. But we're here. The great thing is we're a team, like she was saying. So no matter what, you have one of us, and we also have an amazing broker who
a lot of broker support.
Oh my goodness, we have so much broker support. So we're just really supported on all ends so that we can support you the best way.
I love that. That needs to be our new motto or something.
I know.
Yeah.
Tagline. No, but anyways, thank you guys for being here. We hope we answered maybe some questions that you had, but don't ever be, you know, shy or scared to DM us.
No,
like
we are super chill.
Yeah.
And we wanna chat in the DMs.
And we wanna go to coffee with you, all those things. We're super involved in our community, so we might even see you just out and about anyway. So
exactly,
come say hi.
Which, if you didn't watch our video of how we connected, we met on Instagram. We met for coffee, and
we have a
4 years later now we have a business and babies together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay, we'll stop now.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.